I serve others. Jesus had been asked to offer the greatest commandment, and he did that. But he also responded by giving 2 commandments. Yet these aren't entirely separate things. Jesus intended these 2 loves to be opposite sides of the same life. To love God is to love what he loves. And as John recorded in those famous words, "For this is how God loved the world, he gave his one and only Son." There is no separating God from his love for the world. And so to love God is to also love the world. What does it mean for us to love the world too? Well, one important piece of your world that God loves is your neighbor. By God's calling, you find yourself in a particular place, a house, an apartment, a cot in some corner. What matters is that you are there, and usually that place has a neighbor there too. Really, this neighbor language is an analogy. It's a way of forcing the compassion and hospitality of good neighbors onto those people around you, in neighborhoods, but also at work, online, and over coffee. Jesus' opponents also tried to pin him down on this question: who is my neighbor? They wanted to understand the limits of their responsibility to others. How far does this neighborly responsibility go? Jesus answered that question with a story, the story of the Good Samaritan. Jesus' story included people far beyond the limits they were expecting. He included people they never would have. He pushed them to recognize neighbors outside the lines they had drawn. Jesus doesn't call us to limited boundary lines of kindness. There is no dotted line we must stay within, but the real boundary of kindness is never really external. Jesus knew that. The real boundary we face is within. Can we overcome ourselves for the sake of our neighbor? So Jesus pushes us to love our neighbor as ourselves. There are no limits to self-interest or self-love, and so Jesus challenges us to serve in ways beyond what we had considered too much. Serve others as you previously served only yourself. Love others as you naturally prioritize loving yourself. Love God and love others. These 2 are the greatest commandments. I serve others.